What's up, guys? This is Artemus Jenkins, the flyest filmmaker you've ever seen. And listen closely while I tell you how to be a dope artist in 4 succinct steps. Number 1, get some art. You might make it, you might go see it, just find the art. Number 2, get out, get into the community, go to an event, something. Number 3, tap into your resources. And number 4, it's the most important part, pay me. That's it.
What's up, beautiful people? This is Artemus Jenkins, and welcome to the first video edition of the How to Be a Dope Artist newsletter. Last week, I released the written version, so if you're one of those people who likes to read things over 140 words, you can do that at artemusjenkins.com. As soon as the site comes up, it's going to ask you to sign up for my email list, and finally I have something to lead you to, so go do that. But in the meantime, if you just have a personal grudge against words, stay right here. So I'm gonna start things out with a question, and the question is, has there ever been a time in history where as creators an S.O.S was more necessary? Also, with that being said, has there ever been any indication that someone was waiting for this exact moment to come to our rescue? That question in itself has led me to think about S.O.S in a completely different way. For those, who are in the know and who just don't want to Google, S.O.S typically means save our ships. It's, when you kind of maybe wave the white flag or whatever, and it's, or maybe on ham radio, Morse code or something like that, you let people know just real quick to come, we need help. And 2023 has just been one of those types of years where it has just really felt like, as artists, we just need a lifeline. We just need and need and need, and we ask and demand. But I think a lot of us have been able to see that that's just as much work as doing the work, just getting people to even respond to that. So I've chosen to start thinking of S.O.S in a different way. And for me personally, S.O.S does and kind of always has meant that we need to save ourselves. And in a city like Atlanta, we all are very fortunate to be existing in a space where there are a lot of resources that exist that allow us to do exactly that. So this newsletter is just really focused on a few tenets, 3 to be exact, and some other kind of auxiliary ones. But art, education, and entertainment are the things that I'm most interested in. They kind of encompass a bit of everything. So I just want to let y'all know a little bit about what's going on in my universe, which also is developing into this cinematic universe that I've kind of personally been studying.
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming to Nuestra Creación 2023. 5 years in a row doing this baby project that starts as a pop-out art, and the reason behind is just to honor our ancestors or parents that are immigrants, and we're trying to bring home to this country that is a hard journey to navigate it, and you'll know what I mean. And our flavor, which is sabor a ti, I changed the theme a little bit from a song Sabor a Mi, which is our families in our country and several cultures in here. We're very welcoming. Our culture is very colorful, resilient, and sticking for themselves, and very a good providers as well. So Sabor a Mi is reminds me of my grandma, my mom inviting my friends to the table. So those are the memories that I have. So I bring this theme in here for honoring that moment. I could bring all my friends, and my friends, oh my God, love me. And actually we have Lupita in the kitchen. She's doing an amazing job.
Amazing! What's that amazing?
Bro, she's making the tortillas, nigga.
Oh, she making them?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, with a real tortilla machine. Oh, that's hard. These is real authentic.
Going crazy, man. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Ahí donde tú sabes. Hay personas.
Also on the art side, you know, in case you didn't know, most of y'all probably don't know because I got like 79 subscribers on YouTube right now. I'm also a fine artist, a documentarian, and this is a piece that I'm gonna be working on getting framed. It's called Next Man Up. It is right in line, you know, with football season. I've been wanting to do something with these pieces for a little minute. Now these particular pieces I printed up last year, 2022. It's 3 of these. So check back in for the process of me getting these things framed. Moving right along. What we got next? So entertainment, events. For the past year and some change, I've been co-curating an event with Audio Video Club called Cinema Souterrain. I'm speaking all the languages in this newsletter. Cinema Souterrain is French for underground film house. And with Bianca Cato, we've been cultivating the independent film community in a way that wasn't really happening, honestly, before we started doing it. Like in 2023, things have been really different, and I know for a fact that a lot of that effort has been because of the work we've been doing, because of the work that people like Brooke from ATL Film Party have been doing, and a lot of other people that I just haven't met. I'm not trying to discredit y'all, but you know, let's just be real. Like Cinema Souterrain is just the flyest film event in Atlanta, and it's gonna get flyer. You know, this season we are in season 3. All of last year we did straight from February to November, and then this year we decided that we wanted some of our free time back, so we did from March to June, and we've been on break the whole summer. And now this week on October 6th we are coming back, and we got 3 films from 3 different filmmakers. How to Be a Dope Artist is not just the name of this newsletter, but it's also the name of this book right here that I actually wrote last October. So I gotta check back in my journal to see, you know, like when the exact date was. But we're coming up on a year from when I wrote this book in like a night. And, you know, then started editing and got it done by like January. And this year I've been able to do some workshops and share this information with high school students. And right now I'm in the process of figuring out how to get this curriculum installed into a few charter schools. So, you know, saving yourself is very possible, guys. Like, to all my people out there, you know, who've been waiting for the industry to open back up, or waiting for music to figure itself out and provide us, like, I guess with that next lick, you know, I understand it's necessary. It's something, you know, that we all have like wanted to do for a long time, you know, and it's a little hard to see these systems kind of crumbling and like, you know, doing what they're doing right now. But we are the ones who have to reimagine how they work and how they evolve. So how to be a dope artist to me is something, you know, that I'm not necessarily just trying to tell everybody how to do. All I can really do is speak from my perspective. But I think it's something that everybody needs to remember, because I mean, if you are an artist, you really already have like what it takes to be dope. So be sure to, you know, again, like I'm gonna kill y'all with these calls to actions. Patreon, check me out on there. You know, I guess I'll put a little, you know, text up here or something like that. ArtemusJenkins.com to tap in, you know, like, and just sign up for the newsletter. Lastly, I'm gonna introduce y'all to like, you know, a more personal side of things. When I'm outside in the world, a lot of people compliment me about just being a generally good looking guy. And you know, there are a few components that make that up. So this is kind of like a little bonus part, you know, like I've long imagined that one day I might do like a hair YouTube. All right, y'all, so this is officially my first YouTube hair tutorial. I've been like, you know, having all types of funny thoughts about what it would mean for me to finally do one of these. So we're gonna see how this goes. This is my first one, but people for a long time have always been curious about my hair, because I mean, you know, like my hair be fly. Like it's just a thing. A decade or so of fly hair. I used to have locks down my waist, you know, looking like all of the like meme chocolate stereotypes, you know, that all the girls like, you know, with niggas with dreads. And now, you know, this is my second set. So some things that I learned from my first set that personally appeal to me. For one, the biggest thing really is just moisturization. Like, I don't know what all of the tutorials look like about locks and like what they telling y'all to do, but from somebody who had been a 13-year lock veteran with hair that, you know, grew and like, you know, didn't break too much, you don't have to do a lot. It can be low maintenance, it can be high maintenance, but you can also just have locks that work for whatever lifestyle that you have. I know that I wanted a more low maintenance set this time around. The crucial thing, honestly, is just really maintaining the foundation. If you do what you need to do, you know, like with, you know, your scalp and everything, what grows out of it is going to be a-okay. So from there, it's just really about like, you know, if you really want to get into like the, you know, palm rolling or, you know, letting it freeform. These aren't what you would consider true freeforms, because I ain't just let my hair do whatever it want to do. Your hair will do whatever it wants to do if you let it. But what I did, I started these locks in December, on my birthday actually. So it's been what, going on 10 months, and I got that tight 4C pattern. So these things is definitely at the point of no return. And now it's just really about moisturization. So that is why I decided that I wanted to get into like, you know, making my own kind of hair products, because people, you know, they ask me, you know, what do you like put on it? That's like one of the most popular questions, you know, that lock people get, is just like, what do you do to, you know, maintain it and like, you know, make it look like that? And I literally be telling people, you know, juices and berries. Like, I don't have time to be juicing and putting berries in my head, but pretty much it was to imply that it's a natural process. Once the locks are formed, you don't have to do anything. Even in the process of forming it, like your locks will actually form better if you don't put a whole bunch in it. So moisturization is key. So this aloe vera spray, You know, bottle not included. Inside of this, you know, is a whole bunch of fancy stuff that you will now begin seeing on the screen, you know, B-roll style. So the ingredients were or are a aloe vera leaf and the gel inside of it. So fresh from the DeKalb Farmers Market. I think this big aloe vera leaf was like less than $2. The tea tree oil, you can get this nice sizable bottle from Trader Joe's for like $6. It's the best deal on tea tree oil that is anywhere in the world, honestly. Lavender oil, this is just what was around. I don't know where it came from. And just so I don't get too far ahead of myself, so the aloe vera is just good for your life. Hydration, cellular repair. One thing that does happen a lot with locks is while you're letting them form and you also try not to wash your hair too much, you have to like kind of balance out moisturizing and not just letting your scalp turn into a dry, crusty mess. And you could end up with the little, like, you know, little scabs and all of that inside your scalp from it getting too dry. So I created this spray because hopefully I can alleviate that without having to touch my hair too much. Like, I still just want to let it form. So the aloe does a real good job of just being hydrating, repairing cells, just giving you a nice healthy scalp, because that's really just the key to continuing to grow this. Like, if you don't moisturize your shit will start looking all sad and breaking off and everything like that, and that's just a no-go because it's kind of like starting over again. The tea tree oil is antimicrobial, so that also reduces flakiness and dandruff and all of that type of stuff. The lavender oil that's in it, that's good for just general hair strength, and it smells nice. It's a nice little subtle way, you know, to pull some women. You just walk by and, you know, they catch a whiff of you in the wind and it's like, oh, you know. I got grapeseed oil in there. That doesn't smell too sexy, but it's also good for, like, you know, moisturization and strengthening. What else is in there? Also, lime juice is a key component. So when I was looking up a recipe for this, because of course I stole this recipe from YouTube, like, how the hell did you get here? Of course we all are stealing our recipes from the same place, but this is mine. One of them said vitamin C powder for the purpose of preserving the aloe vera. Like, aloe vera ain't just something, you know, that just lasts forever. Like, once you separate it from the plant and all of that, like, it will slowly die and degrade. So the vitamin C is a bit of a preservative for those of y'all who also don't know this trick. If you want to keep your avocados from turning super brown when you open them, put some lemon juice on it. Vitamin C, you know, like, pretty much preserves things. So I ain't have time to get vitamin C powder today, so I got limes and the lime juice, and yeah, that's in there. I picked lime juice because it's a little less abrasive than lemon juice. People use lemon juice to lighten their hair because it is highly acidic, and lime juice is just, you know, not so OD. So it's lime juice in there. And lastly, water, because how you gonna hydrate anything without water? So, you know, pretty much just chop up the aloe vera, scrape it in there, scoop it in, pour the water, pour the oil. It's pretty cut and dry after that, you know, so throw it all in there. If you got a fancy blender, you know, that can basically blend itself and make a nice little cool beat while it's doing it, you can have that. And by the end of it, you know, you got a nice little mixture. You get a funnel, you pour it in here, and then that's pretty much it. You get a nice little fragrant situation. You shake that thing up because, you know, all of this stuff will settle, and it is kind of jelly. If you don't have grapeseed oil, I personally would probably recommend using something like jojoba oil because it's high in vitamin E. And you know, for those of y'all who are wondering, like, what the hell is jojoba? That's that oil that looks like jojoba, but, you know, you pronounce it, you know, like a Latino, jojoba. And yeah, you could get also that from Trader Joe's for like a ridiculously low price. And it's better than coconut oil simply because you should refrigerate this to preserve it. And coconut oil will congeal. So I don't know like if it'll maintain its consistency if you put it in the refrigerator. Coconut oil is also a little close to like, you know, the oil that our bodies produce. So you get more from something like jojoba or grapeseed, or maybe even possibly avocado oil, or maybe even olive oil. Olive oil will have you kind of smelling like the kitchen. So yeah, there's some other oils out there, but we happen to have some grapeseed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Every day you can just, oh, wait, that's too much like a super soaker. Yeah, that's no good. Oh, wait, that's locked. Oh, wait. This is getting messy. What happened? Yeah, go ahead and, you know, hit me with that spray because we've decided that maybe you just need some distance to actually, oh. Did you get it? Is it in there?
It's in there.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if you don't have your own off-camera hand to spray, let me get some on that side. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This feels very much like the 90s when we used to spray all them heavy things into our head. But that's essentially the process. Like, get a better spray bottle or a spray bottle that works the way you need to. But that's it, you know. Just spray it in your hair every day. Find a spray bottle that loves you and does what you need to. Let me get some on the top right there. Yeah, get it all up in there. Ideally though, you will get a spray bottle that can mist, so it can, you know, just kind of come down in there. And you know, you could also maybe get a little spray bottle that you could take with you out in public, and you won't just accidentally like shoot people in the face with aloe juice in the process. But yeah, I just wanted to try this particular process out because moisturizing my scalp has always kind of been my weakness over the course of my life. So making it easier by just doing like a little spray bottle thing, and also just doing something, you know, that can just generally work for everything. Like with oil, you don't really want to like put too much of that on locks because it'll just be on top of them. And like when you lay on stuff, when you just like operating day to day, like the oil kind of ends up all over you. So I mean, you could actually like clog up your pores a little bit with some of this stuff. So something like aloe and all of these other ingredients, they just generally work for like, you know, your overall self. And yeah, I guess at some point I'll check in with y'all and let you know more about my locks and how they doing as a result of creating this spray. But I chose to, you know, go with something, you know, that's more like wicks this time around. For those of y'all from Florida and know all about that, these aren't like, you know, full free forms. These are like kind of guided free forms. Like I started out with 40, but then I realized that the 40 was really chunky. So I combined a few of them, and now I think I'm at like 50 something. I gotta count again. But yeah, like I have chosen to just kind of let them do their thing for a little bit because I like volume. But if I was to like separate some of these and really get in these roots, I could get a little bit more of a droop. Like I said, I'm about 10 months in. So after about a year and a half, that's when like a lot of that frizz is going to die down. That's when you start getting, you know, like more of just like the frame face, you know, like with the length that you have. And yeah, you know, so overall, that is the first How to Be a Dope Artist newsletter. I'm hoping that this is something, you know, that's unlike anything that you've seen before. This was a really interesting one. This is the first one, so maybe it'll get tighter and cleaner, maybe not, because I got a lot of tight, clean work that's on the way, and sometimes I just want to do shit. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. I'd really love it if y'all would tune in for the next one that's coming pretty soon. In the meantime, thanks for watching this one. Peace, y'all.
Was that kind of aggressive?